Would this make you do a double take? Shared by YouTube channel Kisah Kehidupan, this video is trending in the Indonesian-speaking YouTube community. I wasn't able to track down the clip's original source. In the video, a woman is standing at the edge of the sidewalk. As the cameraman walks past, a closer look at the woman's face puts viewers on edge. This isn't something I'll be able to unsee. It's following me. It's following all of us. Either that's a mask, or this is Uncanny Valley. The blackened mouth, the eyes, the stillness. This is an image that will haunt my nightmares. The next time you take a nice swim in natural bodies of water, think of this. Shared by YouTube channel Khalidovich. This image is trending in the Arabic-speaking YouTube community. The original source is unknown. The Khalidovich list shares a small clip associated with the image. Let's take a look. While this is not nearly enough to confirm the validity of the image, it is enough to ask you, the viewers, if you have further information about this video. Is what they capture here really this creepy creature we see in the image? If you know more, please share in the comments before we step into the water. If this was my hike, I'd pack it up. YouTube channel Squatch Watchers shares this video of what appears to be a Sasquatch stomping through the high grass. Take a look. The Sasquatch looks like it's heading out into the open field, but after seeing the human holding a camera, he returns to his coverage. Many in the comments say this is the real deal, and some offer further background information. This looks legit to me too, and being an older piece of footage lends credence to the thought that these creatures have been around for a very long time. I've analyzed a similar video in the past, but this one comes from Instagrammer Luis13222. A branch appears to be mysteriously floating in midair.
I've seen some really creepy stuff. There's a palm floating right in the middle of the air. It's not attached to wires.
The guy moves entirely around the branch, making this whole thing pretty convincing. Many in the comments think it really is a witch's broom. But others think it's nature just being weird. This looks so glitch in the matrixy to me that if it is nature, then I think nature knows just how to blow our minds. I do think it could be something paranormal though, but I guess this mystery will remain unsolved. What is this mysterious disturbance in the sea? YouTuber Scary Comp Channel shares footage of what some are saying is a sea monster in our waters. Captured from what looks like a speedboat, a Loch Ness monster-looking creature is seen surfacing near the lighthouse. Is this a real sea monster? I think it could be. Then again, it could also be a clever animation. Which do you think it is? Real or fake? This child ghost just wants to play. Shared by YouTube channel R1 Best, this video shows a mother and her child being taunted by a poltergeist. After the toy vehicle is driven into her, the mother looks at it apprehensively, and then this happens. When it drove forward, I assumed this toy might have some self-driving mechanical feature. But that wouldn't explain how it manages to fall over like this. In my opinion, it's definitely being driven by a spirit, and I hope it's just a mischievous child ghost and not something more malevolent. While driving home, a man named Alejandro and his friend spotted something terrifying in the sky above. Shared by TikToker Demon Tix, witnessing this IRL would make me question everything. Many in the comments are saying this is a dark entity, but others have different suggestions. Some also note that there appears to be a second dark floating object to the right of it. Do you think this is the real deal? My first thought would be that this is a witch, and I don't think I'd feel safe standing directly under it. Something sinister is haunting TikToker Dustin Lee Frazier at his office. He arrives at work in the early morning and an alarm is wailing.
I just got to work. And
after taking care of that, strange things start to unfold.
Hello? Why is the light not
Then, around lunchtime, he is heading to the kitchen to get a plate when he hears the oven alarm going off again.
So I might have to grab a plate.
He starts to panic. Something must have triggered the oven, so he begins his search. As he rushes away, the lights start to flicker and weird noises resound. TikTokers are finding Easter eggs all over the place in this video. First, a voice whisper as he arrives at work.
I just got to work, and
then, as the alarm is going off for the second time, an entity appears in the mirror as Dustin passes by. Moments later, people spot the figure again, standing near the doorway down the hall. And in the last moments of the clip, many are hearing another whisper ask, "Are you afraid of the dark?" I am now. In fact, this video has convinced me to never turn the lights off again. This man may be digging his own grave. Shared by YouTuber Kisa Kehidupan, this video is trending in the Indonesian-speaking YouTube community. I was unable to track down the original source of the video. The man is actually digging for a garbage dump when he hears something, and then what he sees terrifies him. A face is staring up at him. The face looks like a mask to me, but it's still incredibly creepy. And as startled as the man is, it somehow makes me think that he could be digging his own grave. Because that would give anyone a heart attack. Thermal imaging will show you the truth. A man was experiencing some strange events in and around his home, so he ordered a thermal imaging camera. TikToker 4Horror shares the footage he captured. After strange moaning is heard outside his home, the man goes to check it out. The thermal imaging captures nothing in his vicinity. The man throws boiling hot water in the direction of the voice, and the unseen figure shouts out, like it's feeling the boiling water. And shortly after, the wailing stops. What do you make of this horror? I don't know what this man just encountered. A demon, perhaps? But whatever it is, it's definitely confusing everyone online. Paranormal activity occurred during the Hindu celebration of Holi, and YouTuber Vishal's Life on Wheel shares the footage. The clip shows a vapor-like figure pass through fire and float off into the night. If you look closely, it almost looks like a bird coming down from the sky at first. But once it passes through the flame, it floats upright, like a ghostly entity. Is this a real-life phoenix being reborn from the ashes? I don't know what to make of this, but I think it's a miracle in the making. What is lurking in your backyard? Redditor Alternative Pickle 3 shares this footage that was captured by their security camera at around 11 p.m. Take a look. A small figure appears to move near the right-hand corner, but the motion-activated light turns on, revealing that nothing is there. The Redditor says nothing valuable was taken from outside the house, and there were no tracks in the snow. Those in the comments are stumped by what they're seeing. What is this thing? To me, it looks like it must be small in stature based on the vehicle to the left, and most in the comments agree. So is this a troll? A gnome roaming about? I think it's a cryptid creature, but we can't be sure. Another cryptid on the loose? But what exactly is this? Trending in the Arabic-speaking YouTube community, I first came across this image from the channel blah blah. I was unable to track down the video associated with the image. The crawler cryptid has a human-looking body but the face of an extraterrestrial with big beady eyes. The creature is creeping alongside a building that looks like a family home near the forest. Is it pretending to be their family dog? I'm not sure what it's doing, but it's not fooling anyone. We all know this thing is not of this world. Shadow figures abound, and this one is certainly mysterious. And Redditor Jambor-E is now blessing their house with Himalayan salt and Florida water. Take a look. The shadow drifts down the screen and then out of sight, but is it a shadow figure? Many in the comments declare a resounding no. While most are saying it's either a bug or a water droplet, there are some holdouts. I too think it's a bug, but I like the idea of trapped energies too. The YouTube team Real Evidence enters the demon house, and they quickly come across some unique and somehow chilling findings.
See, we've got a massive red bird's nest in there. God knows how long that's been there. I mean, what kind of birds?
It's huge, isn't it?
Some ostrich has been nesting in that.
Prehistoric.
They arrive at a door that was earlier locked, and now...
What? That was locked earlier.
Was it that one that was locked? Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
It was... What?
They know they tried to open it, and it was locked.
That's weird about that door.
Yeah. Well, Sam, I'm 100% sure we both tried it. Because that one's locked down.
That
there.
one's locked, definitely.
Neither of us could open that door.
In another hallway, they hear a strange noise. That sounded like voices to me. Later, they also hear a tap. Is this place housing a demon? I can't be sure, but if it is, the demon is quiet tonight, and that somehow scares me more. A demonic entity is holed up in this abandoned home, and YouTuber Ali H is here to greet it. As he searches the attic, he loses his balance.
Is there anybody here? You know what? I just realized I don't like. Oh, whoa!
Or was he pushed?
That was me. That was my own balance.
According to him, this was his own doing. As he continues his search, noises are heard.
And it's not something that is gonna pertain to you guys.
Then, when he heads upstairs, he sees something.
I'm asking you guys to stay here, remain here. I just saw something move back there. Who is that? Who's back here? Who's back here?
Though Ali doesn't see anyone, the entity sees him.
Who's there? Oh! Ow! Ow! Oh my! Ow! Ah!
And it isn't done with him yet.
What is the entity? Ow! 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 Ah! I almost cut myself in the face with this knife. Ah!
Instead of abandoning ship, Ali heads downstairs to the basement. That's when he hears this.
Stay back! Stay back! Stay back! I command you to stay back! You're not of the living!
In defiance of him, the entity pushes Ali to the ground again.
In the name of God, you have to live. Oh!
Did he anger the entity? I think his mere presence angered him, but his defiance aggravated the entity's hostility tenfold. There's something frightening in this cornfield, and it's drawing nearer. TikToker Cryptic shares this real-life Jeepers Creepers-like footage.
Real. But it sounds real far off.
As the person turns around to head the other way, something starts to run. What is in the cornstalk? Some in the comments think it's a cryptid. Is this an extraterrestrial? A night stalker? The person managed to capture a glimpse of the thing on camera. It looks human to me, but in my opinion, this is 10 times scarier than any other possibility. When you capture paranormal occurrences on your security camera, it becomes harder to dismiss the reality you're living in. YouTuber Unfriendly Ghost shares this footage captured in their home. He then goes in to look, and he sees something. Once he leaves, the banging starts again. That last big bang would have sent me packing. Something's here, and it certainly is unfriendly. This haunted asylum is a scream. YouTuber Ghostier is exploring the place when he hears something chilling.
But any people that could feel things, any empaths that could feel things here? Oh. Empaths that could feel things here? Oh.
When he tries to speak to the spirits here, an EVP responds.
I know you could feel me. I know this. I do have an attachment here.
And then more unexplained screaming is captured.
I heard a scream earlier. Was that you? Oh. Okay.
That was loud and clear. Later in the morgue, he hears movement and footsteps. He returns at night with his team, and again in the morgue, they hear movement.
I have a question. Are you that shadow that I caught on the 3rd floor? Hear that again?
And a moment later, more footsteps are heard.
Can you make a sound? Oh. Yo, that is so crazy, bro. You heard that?
They keep hearing unexplained sounds.
I got it in Vegas. You heard that? You heard that?
They're then told by a disembodied voice pretty explicitly to leave.
Fails. Fails.
That seems like a direct order to me, and if I was them, I'd listen. You know that feeling you get when you arrive home and something is just off? TikToker Haunted TikToker shares this footage of a woman arriving home with her child one night, only to find her bedroom light on.
She and my kid just got back from eating dinner, and my bedroom light is on, which is strange because I don't remember leaving it on. Are you sure?
The woman doesn't remember leaving the light on, so she decides to go and check before bringing her kids inside.
Yeah, I'm sure I didn't leave it on. Come on. Listen, I'm gonna walk inside real fast. I want you to wait.
But before she can, this happens.
I want you. Oh my. Somebody broke in door. I don't know. Mom, go. Oh. Jada, yes. Go next door. Go next door and get your icy, okay? If you hear me scream, y'all hear me.
After sending her kids next door, she heads inside but finds no one.
We'll call 911. Okay. Guys, listen. Zach, what's that noise? Oh. Zach, are you playing tricks on me? Did you start this? Did you?
But then, while downstairs, she discovers she may not be alone after all. Most in the comments are wondering why she even went inside in the first place.
I want you. Oh my. Somebody broke in door. I don't know. Mom, go. Oh. Jada, yes. Go next door. Go next door and get your icy, okay? If you hear me scream, y'all hear me.
But what I'm curious about is this thing in the left-hand corner while she's downstairs. What is that? Something small and short darts across. Is it a gremlin? A troll? I'm not sure what kind of creature is in this house with her, but it seems to be a menace. Located in Iowa, Edinburgh Manor is a haunted estate in the middle of nowhere. Redditor Topher Photo shares this footage of their investigation into the place. Listen closely and you can hear voices. The Redditor left their camera in the house, so some in the comments think they were simply humans trespassing. But the Redditor says the place was completely locked up and there's no way in. And others are suggesting the frequency of the voices isn't human. Maybe whatever this is isn't human. Considering this audio analysis and other first-hand accounts in the comments about Edinburgh Manor's haunted reputation, I feel that this place is the real deal. After living in her haunted house for 8 years, Redditor Mara_Bell 30's sister still gets shook when stuff like this happens. Some in the comments are finding the humor in this scary ordeal. After a while, the Redditor's sister gets up to go check it out. And the sound just stops. Many in the comments are suggesting the knocking is the pipes, but I don't think so. I think this is a terribly obnoxious ghost. This secret ghost fort is home to the spirits that now reside here. YouTuber Simply Seraph and his team visit the place, and they're immediately met with some phantom wailing.
ஐயோ
யார் இருக்கீங்க உள்ள அமர்ந்தீங்க தயவு செஞ்சு குரல் கொடுங்க.
Did you see that figure? At first, I thought it could be a statue, as it doesn't appear to move at all. That is, until they continue forward and see this. And a moment later, this. Something is watching them. It appears to be a robed demon of some kind, and it turns out this demon is aggressive. They again capture the robed figure making its way in the darkness. And things keep growing more and more terrifying.
அந்த பறக்கும் கூட அப்படியே பறக்குதுடா.
கூட பறக்குதா?
ஆமாண்டா.
என்ன சொல்ற?
அந்த கதவு ஓட்டல அப்படியே பறந்து வருதுடா கூட.
Whatever evil is here is now welcoming them in.
உங்க ஆன்மா சாந்தி அடைய நான் கண்டிப்பா உதவி பண்ணுவேன். இல்ல உங்க ஆன்மா சாந்தி அடையாம இருக்கணும்னு நீங்க ஆசைப்பட்டீங்கன்னா. Good, very good.
And they are following it. Or is it following them? It's hard to tell who's following who, but I think the demon is one step ahead of the humans at all times. YouTuber Jeff Pasco is having just another paranormal day in his haunted home. According to Jeff, he noticed the door to his grandfather clock was open again, so he asked who opened it. This is what he heard in response.
Who opened that clock up? Who's messing with that clock? Huh?
I hear a faint response, but I can't make it out. Immediately after, Jeff turns to look in his home office and finds a former gazing ball lawn ornament lighting up. He says it had stopped working over the past year.
Who does it? Very strange. You doing that? If you are, stop doing it.
Is the spirit communicating through both the clock and the lawn ornament?
Come on, can we make you go again? I know, I'm a pest. There you go, thank you. Just once? One more time? There you go. Thank you.
Some in the comments are really worried that he's speaking to it.
Okay. Wow, you're making it go fast now, huh? Look at that. That's pretty awesome. Strobe? Wow. You're showing off now.
What do you think? Is it a bad idea to speak to a presence in your home? Personally, I think acknowledging it is better than ignoring it. Because if you ignore it, it might do something much crazier to get your attention. This haunted UK watermill has some secrets to tell, and the YouTube team, Haunted Anglesey, is here to record them. Early on, his spirit talker addresses the noises he's hearing in the room.
Knocking.
Is that you making that knocking noise?
He soon hears more movement.
I don't know if the cameras picked that up, but just had a shuffle. Like when something like this is moved really.
A moment later, he hears footsteps above him.
Hello?
He then sees a bag moving against the wall on its own.
That bag's moving.
In one of the rooms, there's a powerful reading on his K2 meter.
Wow. Okay, so I know that you're here now. Okay. I think what I'm gonna do.
Then he hears some heavy breathing.
What is that?
And that there, my friends, is where I'd call off the investigation. I heard breathing and something that sounded like a human voice, and that leaves me without a shred of a doubt that this place is haunted by something evil. A TikToker in the Appalachian Mountains is experiencing some unsettling apparitions at work. TikToker Dustin Lee Fraser shares this footage that has multiple Easter eggs in the background.
I don't know. I feel like I need to go to a doctor, but like I'm constantly just like nauseous, and I don't really know why. Like I have tried to like take medicine for it and stuff.
Did you see it? Something is lurking over his shoulder, and he doesn't even realize it. As the video continues, you can see a second silhouetted figure appear briefly to the right behind him.
And say, hey, like you could. Oh, I can't see shit. I also hate that they always keep this room so dark. Like, come on, man. But, anyways.
And some TikTokers are hearing whispers throughout the entire video, including here.
I hate that they always keep this room so dark.
It sounds like the voice is saying, I follow you all day. What is this, stalker? And is it stalking him? If I were Dustin, I'd watch my back. After watching this video, I feel like something bad is going to happen. Word of caution. Never leave your car window open. TikToker Ghostly Talk SA shares this creepy clip of an unknown creature scaring the living daylights out of this driver. The creature starts shaking the truck, and its yellow eyes peer right into our souls. But what is this thing? Some in the comments take a wild guess. The growl is the creepiest part to me, but then again, those eyes are a close second. Do you think this is a mountain lion or something supernatural? All I know is I'd risk everything to roll up the window. I think it's the best chance to make it through this scary situation. This parking garage is horribly haunted, and YouTuber Adam Ghost Trapper is trapped in its evil. The entity starts messing with the locks and the lights in his vehicle. Adam thinks the spirit or demon isn't interested in communicating with him, but it looks to me like it is communicating through the overhead light.
Yeah, I don't know what to do. Because it doesn't matter what's right now around me. It doesn't want to communicate with me.
A moment later, it starts shaking the vehicle aggressively.
I don't know what to... Look. I think I should
my stuff. Guys, this is a moment when you should just leave. It can be very...
At this point, he knows it's time to leave, but first he must collect his equipment, and when he exits the car, he sees it's been moved significantly.
It was moved. Look, spirit is so powerful that it's moved.
I agree with Adam. That would take a powerful entity to move the car this much, and I don't think it would be a smart thing to come up against such an entity. This medieval chapel is haunted, and YouTube team Shuck TV Paranormal has captured some haunting voices during their paranormal investigation.
I'm going to use this device, and we hopefully will be able to hear your voice. So if you were trying to speak to us and we're not hearing you, if you walk up.
Here, they hear a disembodied voice saying, "Take me." Listen closely. The ladies aren't just hearing voices, they're hearing unexplained noises too.
Do you not like the noises of the battle?
What was that?
And they're starting to get paranoid.
Don't be hiding down there.
I feel like something's it's behind us, man. I need to move over there. Sorry.
Later, they hear another disembodied voice, but it's hard to tell what it's saying.
The place. The place.
And then one last whisper is heard.
What was that?
The last whisper sounds like it's saying this moment to me. What do you think? I think this place is full of voices, and it's hard to differentiate good from evil. 2 unidentified flying objects appeared in the sky over Blackpool, England in February of 2024. Redditor Pitiful Adeptness 457 captured the objects on camera.
Holy.
While working on their laptop, the Redditor glanced outside the window and saw the objects in the sky. He then grabbed his phone to record them and watched in surprise as they mysteriously disappeared. Viewers like myself are stunned.
Holy. What the I can't even see it.
But others think the disappearance is just a glitch in the autofocus. Watch closely.
Holy.
Some Redditors point out that you can see the unidentified flying objects again at 13 seconds. Redditor Milky Way Murderer also says you can see them right before the last second of the video when the Redditor zooms out. Here is the still shot. I tend to agree that they're right. The disappearance is most likely due to an autofocus glitch, but in my opinion, that doesn't mean they aren't unidentified flying objects. If basketball is your favorite pastime, this video will change everything. Redditor TimeBath7859 shares footage of an unexpected event on the basketball court. A young man crosses the room to pick up a stray basketball. But before he can pick it up, he notices something. The basketball pops dramatically. I've never seen something like this happen, but based on the comments, it's due to overinflating, and it's somewhat common. If you're wondering how the kid knew it was going to do that, he recognized the overpumped egg shape, meaning the ball's walls have weakened where it's bulging. In the end, this is the result. I guess an overinflated basketball is just as bad as an underinflated one. This is being called the clearest footage of a shadow person to date. YouTube channel Real Ghost Videos and Mysterious Paranormal Events shares the footage captured in Indonesia. See if you can spot it. They say the shadow person mysteriously appeared and then, just as mysteriously, disappeared in a few steps. But personally, I think the figure was blocked by the backpackers, making it appear to vanish. Why? Because this figure to the left at the end of the clip looks like it could be the so-called shadow figure. If it even is a shadow figure, I actually think this was another hiker out in the fog. What do you think? Hiker or shadow figure? According to YouTuber Papa DX, the Emily Morgan Hotel in San Antonio is considered the most haunted hotel in Texas. As a former medical arts center and crematorium, complete with a morgue, you can imagine the souls this place holds. As the YouTube team investigates, they have a few paranormal experiences of their own.
This drawer was open right here. Literally, it was out, and everyone swears whenever we left, they did not pull it out. So I'm kidding you not, the drawer was open. That's the first thing we noticed when we came back.
They ask the spirit in the room to touch the REM pod.
The green light beep one more time. Oh!
As they ask the spirit another question, something moves.
Is there a spirit in this room right now? If there is, can you please turn on the music box?
They're discussing what they should do next when the music box goes off nearby.
The last thing we do. That way we get kicked out, or I get kicked out. Ooh. Yo, guys, the music box is going off right now. I'm telling y'all, bro, it worked.
They ask the spirit to set it off again.
If there is a spirit in this hallway right now, may you please activate the music box.
I get why this place has such a haunted reputation. It does seem to me that there's something watching. I bet you didn't know Sasquatch has an appetite for fish. YouTuber Squatch Watchers shares this footage of the mythical creature in action. It walks to the riverbank, then it squats down, I assume to fish or maybe to bathe. Some in the comments are believers, others not so much. Many in the comments say the fact that the video is out of focus and stops short makes them think it's a fake. I tend to agree the way this Sasquatch walks is a little too human, but who knows, maybe it has adapted. Is this a camera glitch or a ghost? That's what Redditor Suspicious Hornet 614 is wondering after watching this perplexing security camera footage from their backyard. After receiving the motion sensor notification, the Redditor was left with so many questions. Most in the comments agree that it's a glitch, but some offer up their own wild theories. I agree with those who are saying this might be an extraterrestrial. It certainly looks like one to me. And it's like the camera is even picking up its different wavelengths of energy. The ghost of the bridge is about to appear to YouTube team, Casa Sobrenatural. But what is it after?
Você tá vendo? Volte, homem. Será que aquilo é uma pessoa? O que é aquilo, homem? Besouro. Será que aquilo é uma pessoa? Pessoa aqui lá, Sandro. É muito pequeno, cara. O que é aquele negócio preto, cara? Besouro, o que é aquilo?
Despite spotting the sinister figure, the guys get out and approach the bridge.
Andando com o cartão, vamos. Vamos sozinho. Cara do céu, velho, não acredito, cara. Esse negócio apareceu de volta, cara. A gente nem começou o vídeo, cara.
And as they're crossing over, this happens.
Olha o K2 tá mão explodindo.
Nossa vida.
Cara do céu. Quanto? Ai, medo, o quê? O que, louco? O que? Eu tava atrás de você, homem, sai! Bora, sai! Onde, louco? Eu tava atrás de você.
Returning to their car, they see the figure again.
Vamos, cara. Vamos, olha. Ai, meu Deus, cara! Vaza! O que é aquilo? Tá lá de novo, cara. O que é aquilo, cara? Você tá vendo, velho? Você tá vendo aquilo, velho?
What does this demon want from them? When they hear a scream, they decide not to stick around to find out.
Meu Deus, cara.
Vamos, cara.
I'd be legging it too. There's no way I'd be caught out by this ghostly figure in 4K. Imagine being out in the woods at night and hearing this. Shared by TikToker Den Fiskin, many in the comments are getting the chills and throwing out their theories. But even though this is super creepy and intimidating, others think the guy will be perfectly fine. I guess, considering he's armed with the chainsaw, I wouldn't be too worried either. Unless it doesn't start. Regardless, if it were me, I'd be staying far away from those woods. This phantom may be the top chef. Redditor Kino D shares footage of what they believe is a ghost in their kitchen. Keep an eye on the paper on the kitchen island. The strangest thing to me is how long the paper remained in one place before suddenly taking off. Many agree that the dog's reaction seems to lend credibility to this clip. Apart from this episode, according to the Redditor, the couple had also heard furniture moving in the rooms above them, and they're the only ones who live here. Seems like a legitimate haunting to me. A camera with motion detection recorded an interesting anomaly in a garage in Mexico. Redditor Oscar Burlsich shares the capture. A semi-transparent object appears to move across the front of the garage. Many in the comments are mystified, but not in the way you think. Many even point out that the reflection appears to be in line with a red car passing by down the street. While I want to believe, I tend to agree with the commenters that think this figure-like anomaly is just a reflection. Then again, simple explanations like this have been known to be wrong a time or two. Could you live with a poltergeist? YouTube channel The Real Texas Ghost Hunters shares this video posted by The Wind Call. Watch closely. Did you miss it? Here it is again, up close. That's a knife flying off the coffee table, followed by another object being ejected. There's more activity in the kitchen. Watch the fridge. And then, in the sitting room, is this the real deal? Looks like a legit poltergeist to me, and it seems to be at work all over the house. There's nowhere to hide. This poltergeist will leave you speechless. TikToker Mr. List Paranormal shares footage of an angry entity in the stairwell of an abandoned building. The paranormal investigator isn't going to take this lying down. I was unable to track down who this paranormal investigator is. He shouts right back and then heads downstairs, but the evil entity isn't through with him yet. After a moment, he spots a figure standing in the next room. When the figure disappears, he races upstairs, but then, for reasons unknown, returns back down to the scene of the incident. Here it is again, closer this time. The paranormal investigator launches out of there. I assume his investigation is closed at this point. This place is haunted beyond a shadow of a doubt, in my opinion. When you hear something else breathing, that's your cue to leave. YouTuber Exploring with Becca shares ghost activity footage that she's captured over the years. The first clip captured two different types of breathing, neither of which belongs to anyone in the house. Another clip captures a strange scream. The last clip captures a strange light anomaly, followed by something messing with their camera's audio. Each clip may not stand up on its own, but with all of them together, I think it constitutes some compelling paranormal footage. This ghostly enterprise is a family business. YouTuber 01 Supernatural Studio visits the ghost mother and daughter of Taiwan, and he quickly gets a reading on his K2 meter.
过一次了，那一次是直播哦。 黄色好像还蛮正常的。诶，刚刚有稍稍的跳到了红色一下。
Inside another abandoned building, his K2 meter spikes again.
好像人形都是一闪而过啊，没有说很强。还在黄色，没有到红，快一点点红色而已。
There's no energy source here except the paranormal, and as you can see, the temperature map here is all over the place.
等一下，诶，什么时候转过来的？
Are the mother and daughter here right now, causing the temperature variations and energy spikes? I believe that they are, and that's going to live rent-free in my head for the rest of my days. A djinn was captured on camera in the depths of a cave. Is it just biding its time? TikToker scaryvideos.az shares the footage. As the men approach the creature, it starts making strange noises. Many in the comments say you should be wary of meeting these ambiguous creatures. Whether this one is being used to protect or harm, I know I wouldn't trust it. Mysterious sounds are echoing from the sky all over the world, and TikToker This Is What Happens Next shares a few of them in 3 separate videos. The first is from Banff in Canada. The noise is completely disharmonious, and its chords are unsettling. The next video was captured in Colorado Springs, and the sound is eerily similar. This one almost sounds like a dinosaur to me.
Please let me guys hear this. Wait for it.
The last instance occurred in Montreal. It's like a load of furniture is being moved across the floor in the sky. Theories in the comments abound. I find it interesting that the first 2 locations are right alongside the Rocky Mountains. Maybe the mountains are making the acoustics more dramatic. I'm not sure what the source is, but both underground tunnel building and the high-frequency active auroral research program seem plausible to me. Entering the woods at night is at your own peril. Shared by YouTuber Dr. Scary, this video was originally posted by YouTuber Sene Ciaz. This urban explorer and his team enters the woods and comes across an abandoned campsite. And then further, a sign indicating that the area beyond this point is private property and a place of prayer. So they decide to head out, and that's when they hear this. After that horrendous scream, a woman approaches them, armed with an axe. The group flees for their lives.
Hello. Hello. What the f***? What the f***?
They call the cops to show up and calm the situation. The whole encounter is leaving viewers with so many questions, but luckily some in the comments have answers. This video has taught me a life lesson. Don't enter the woods after dark. Imagine trying to do a normal household chore when this happens.
What do you want?
This is what it's like to take out the trash for TikToker Smug Puppy.
What do you want?
The entities that haunt their home obviously want something, but what? Who knows? I think they just want to provoke fear, and they do, even after she gets inside. Even the dog is afraid. Many in the comments would be done with chores after this, while some are wondering if the neighbors also experience paranormal activity.
What do you want?
While I'm used to seeing playful shadow figures from this TikToker, this entity is no shadow, and it looks far more evil. Redditor OK Violinist 5341 is urbexing a mill that operated from 1730 to 1950, where they believe they've captured ghost whispers on video. See if you can hear them. Some are hearing the whispered phrase, "Tell me it is." Another creepy whisper is captured as the Redditor continues around the place. The whole place doesn't feel right, but the Redditor says they didn't hear anything in the moment. Other Redditors are catching more whispers at this point, but it's unclear what they're saying. What do you think of these ghostly whispers? I hear every single whisper and don't know what to think. But this seems more than enough proof to me to start a further investigation. After receiving a notification from their security camera, Redditor Lungs and Hearts viewed the footage, and they're now wondering if they should be concerned about this. Many in the comments don't believe it's paranormal, but they also don't think that means the Redditor shouldn't be afraid. Personally, I think both of these theories are valid, but I wouldn't rule out the paranormal. Messing with the lights is a ghost's favorite party trick. The Red Lion Pub is purportedly haunted, and YouTube team Parabugs Knowing the Unknown is starting to hear things. They hear the words help and get lost. Is the team just suffering from audio paranoia? I do think this one may just be audio residual, as the team suggested, but it is also leaving viewers like myself in awe, and I wouldn't be taking my chances here after hearing that. Some ghosts don't appreciate your good time. YouTuber Akbar Extraterrestrial TV shares this footage of a poltergeist disrupting this woman's fun.
Can I get some juice for a movie? Can I get some juice? Orange juice. Give me this orange juice. Can I get some popcorn?
When she comes around the corner to take a look, the poltergeist further reacts.
Okay. Oh. Hello?
And as if that wasn't enough,
No way, no way, no way, no way, no way, no way. Oh no, 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 orange juice, no, 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 no.
is this ghost just trying to crash this woman's movie night? I think that may be the case. Perhaps the spirits here are jealous of the living. Would you want to know your future? YouTubers Mackie and Amanda get a psychic reading from medium Sheena Metal at the haunted Newland house. The medium tells Amanda things about herself that she couldn't have known.
Like, almost like you have two lives. Like there are two parts of you. And there's a shift coming, and you're trying to figure out how to make that shift and still preserve both parts of your life.
Sheena also knows that Amanda too has the gift.
Or psychic gifts have really begun to become such an enormous part of your life.
I was wondering what you were gonna have to say about my psychic gifts.
Yeah.
Because I had one reading done by a stranger who said something like about them specifically.
Amanda asks Sheena a question, and her response is chilling.
Is there anyone that's like hanging out with me, or?
You have a friend that's very close to you. Did you lose a friend, somebody very close to your age?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a big guiding spirit for you.
Do you believe in psychic readings? I didn't think I did until just now. What is watching from the doorway? YouTube channel Real Ghost Videos and Mysterious Paranormal Events shares footage of what appears to be a small concert being performed, but it's what's in the doorway that's capturing people's attention. Look again. A ghostly figure appears to be standing just out of sight. But why is it there? What does it want? It looks to me like it's longing for the living. This supposed poltergeist activity will make you jump out of your skin. YouTuber Chanda Lee Jat Official is exploring an abandoned building at night when he hears this noise.
क्या है? अंदर कोई चीज गिरी है यार ये सरिये पड़े हुए हैं गिरे.
He looks around but finds nothing. Here it is again.
अंदर कोई चीज गिरी है.
I'm not sure what is there, but I would assume by the energy that this entity is incredibly powerful. The Doris house is a disaster zone. YouTuber Ali H is dealing with an angry spirit in this haunted home, and it starts off with something subtle, Ali's flashlight malfunctioning.
You know, if you guys missed the last video, I think you guys just saw live flashlight turn off every single time around this premise. You guys can hear the click it makes when the flashlight turns on or off.
Allie then sees something move on its own. As Allie starts talking with the spirit here, it answers back via knocks.
Last time I was here, you were throwing stuff at me again. I don't want that again. You know, I would like to just, for us to be able to have a proper conversation. Who's walking with me?
He continues through the place and believes he sees something in the next room. As he walks toward it, the door moves. What is lurking in the Doris house? Demon or just a grumpy ghost? Encountering either would be a pass for me. This 17th century pub is frozen in time. YouTube team Straight Explorer visits the pub, and early on they hear some unexplained knocking.
There is some knocking, isn't there?
Yeah, that's from what?
In the bar, they break out the spirit box, and this spirit must be a regular to the pub.
Have you got a minute? Have a double.
Can I have a double?
Can I have a double?
Can I have a double? You can have a triple if you want.
As they talk about it, they hear footsteps.
Let's ask more questions.
Yeah.
Oh.
They head upstairs to check it out, and that's when they hear this.
We've heard you walking around up here.
Whoa!
What the hell?
My
God! Did you not hear that?
I heard it. What the hell was it?
Laugh next to me. It was like,
yeah.
That laughter would be enough to send me packing. If I were this paranormal team, I'd be out of there ASAP. As a youth, Redditor X Makeout Hill was always the kid who saw dead people. His mother took him to a witch who she thought would help, but did she?
Alright, safe. Look at my mom then. Oh, safe. Alright, ciao.
This security footage shows the Redditor entering his house. A strange, dark shadow figure follows close behind. The Redditor and his mother believe the witch put a curse on him way back then, and some in the comments agree.
Alright, safe. Look at my mom then. Oh, safe. Alright, ciao.
Others think it may simply be the spiritual attachment he's always felt nearby.
Alright, safe. Look at my mom then. Oh, safe. Alright, ciao.
I think we probably shouldn't blame the witch straight off the bat. Maybe it was too powerful for the witch to get rid of. Sage and holy water though? I think that'll do the trick. What is this creature? And why is its neck growing? YouTuber Blue Raven shares this footage of strange paranormal activity. From afar, the creature looks like it could be some sort of animal, a dog perhaps, but then its neck spontaneously grows like a giraffe. When the cameraman gets closer, you can see it's not a living creature, but more likely a stuffed animal. So how did it raise its neck? Is this the work of a skinwalker, as some are suggesting in the comments? I think it could be that, or regular old poltergeist activity. Either way, my advice is run. What would you do if you heard this roar while deep in the forest? YouTuber Darling Darkness shares terrifying footage of something unseen. This bellow is powerful, but what is causing it? The YouTuber believes it's goblins, as they've been reported in the area. While I don't necessarily think this is goblins, I do believe it's not of this world. Is this the work of a poltergeist? Or are these guys scaring themselves? YouTube team Into the Unknown Paranormal shares footage of an investigation inside a haunted home, and apparently, the spirit doesn't like modern technology.
Oh my god, bro, when? Bro. What the bro?
Something pushes the iPad off of the sofa. According to the guys, it's not even the first time it happened.
It's the second time tonight.
I first thought that the leg of the guy lying on the floor may have nudged the iPad. But upon closer inspection, it looks like he's too far away for that to have happened. I still think it could have been the iPad's precarious placement on the arm of the sofa, along with natural vibrations of the movement in the room. But considering this is the second time this occurred, I also think it could be a tech-wary ghost. YouTuber Hunted Ghost Productions cleansed their property, built in 1952, after experiencing poltergeist activity in their home, but it looks like it didn't stick. The poltergeist is still active, it's opening doors, and it even makes a cameo. Was that the poltergeist himself? The channel says they have no idea what that flashing light was. The founder of the team told me this footage was captured on a security camera system and was not altered in any way. As there is no alternative explanation, in my opinion, I've decided it's definitely a phantom. This haunted place appears to be Jin Central. YouTube team Wokaya Razhai Official is in search of something evil here, and soon they find it. As they approach the door to check it, something else catches their eye. What is that thing? They spy the hooded creature again in the corner of the room. But when they try to escape it, they see another. Is this place crawling with jinn? That's what it seems like to me, and their power is real. While exploring this haunted house, YouTube team exploring the entity nearly had to stop their investigation. As they begin, they're already hearing things.
What was that?
I think it's the wind. I don't know. This is what I mean.
Then they start feeling a presence nearby.
And then it felt like someone was literally here, right by me.
The next paranormal moment is undeniable.
If there's anybody who can hear me,
oh my
The activity just keeps on coming.
I don't know why I keep asking for knocks. A knock tonight. Gee. I don't know why I keep asking for knocks. A knock tonight.
To me, it seems like the spirit is playing around with their fear.
You know I get that feeling sometimes something's gonna happen. Got it back.
It sneaks up behind them.
So if you want us to come back, that's all you have to do, and we'll... What was that? What was that?
I don't know.
Or is it in front of them?
Annika, was that you walking?
No, I'm standing still.
Something walking.
Oh, I just had a light or an orb.
I think there's someone walking around there. The team says there was wind, but frankly, the noises don't sound like wind to me. I believe this place is haunted beyond a shadow of a doubt. Is this a statue, a man, or a giant humanoid? I came across this image on the YouTube channel, UTUBN, and this image is trending in the Vietnamese-speaking YouTube community. I wanted to track down the original source of this image, and after some digging, I tracked it down to a video made by American VFX channel, BillyFX. The original video shows various monster men appearing all over the city, including the creature that was in the image from the UTUBN list. So now we know that this image and the video associated with it are the results of VFX created by a very talented artist. While this does put the mystery to rest and give me some peace of mind, I can't help but wonder if I'm still going to see this creature in my nightmares. Located in Indiana, Whispers Estate has been the place of many dark events in its day. The house is said to be haunted by multiple entities. Redditor Black Shadow Team sets up a still camera in the home to capture any paranormal activity, and they found it. Nothing steps inside, but we know something is there. Still, some in the comments doubt its authenticity. To me, the sound sells it. Listen closely, and you can hear noises before the door opens, like something is struggling with the door handle. What do you think of this video? Personally, I think it's the real deal. This poltergeist is a real past. YouTuber Ted Cizon shares this paranormal footage of bizarre happenings in his apartment. It all starts when he hears the water running.
So it's
The faucet was turned on, but no one else is home. As the guy leaves the bathroom, he encounters the poltergeist's next bit of mischief.
Whoa! Whoa!
In my opinion, the entity distracted him with the water running in order to overturn the kitchen. And what it's looking for in there can only be fear. After finding a trapdoor in his hotel room closet, this man goes on a search that sends him packing. TikToker CoinFlip Energy shares the footage, and it's gonna make you crawl over every inch of your next hotel room.
Got a service. What? Smuggling tunnel? What is this? What snatch? Let's see what's going on here.
After opening the trapdoor to the endless pit below, this is captured in the darkness. To what creature do those glowing eyes belong? Looks to me like a cryptid of some kind. What else could it be? All I know is, I'd be leaving this hotel and never returning. This spirit is partaking in an unauthorized ride-along. Instagrammer Vatsmono shares video evidence that we're never alone. According to the video, the man doesn't realize he's got anyone riding alongside him, but some in the comments are skeptical. But others think this is an origin story. Well, I'd be more convinced by this video if we actually saw behind the rider. The shadow is a bit spooky. And if it is real, for the rest of my life, I'd be looking over my shoulder. These bow hunters may have stumbled upon a Sasquatch having night terrors. TikTok account Bow Hunt Bros shares footage of a bellow that will make your skin crawl. To me, the worst part about this type of footage is that you have no idea where it's coming from, your imagination runs wild, and that's what's happened in the comments section. Well, most agreed that this is indeed a bobcat. I don't know, sounds more like the soundtrack to my nightmares. After midnight, the Alexa speaker in Redditor Clue 44's mom's room spontaneously started playing music. She told Alexa to stop and then shared what happened with the Redditor in the morning. They checked the Alexa app to see the activity history, and that's when they found this.
In the locks. In the locks.
And this.
Please don't look fast. Please don't look fast.
And then this.
Alexa, stop.
The Redditor notes that the activity history logs each audible clip in quotes. The second one says, "Play song," and the voice isn't that of anyone who lives in the home, but some in the comments are hearing different things.
Please don't look fast. Please don't look fast. Please don't look fast. Please don't look fast.
The Redditor has had mediums in the home, and one of them said she feels the spirit of a 19-year-old woman here. Is the voice hers? If so, I think it's safe to say all she wants to do is dance. This poltergeist is wreaking havoc in this resident's home. Shared by TikToker Paranormal Network, this mayhem begins with hostility. And it seems like the mischievous spirit wants to drive this human mad. After calming things down, he heads to the next room to take a look. but no one's there. Some in the comments think if this poltergeist is settling in, the resident should ask for first and last month's rent. I agree. Paying up is the least this ghost could do if he's going to be such a bad roommate. This abandoned house in the middle of nowhere may not be abandoned after all. Redditor Lopsided Meat 8501 shares footage of a super sketchy discovery.
As if daytime wasn't scary enough. So yeah.
This isn't the first time the Redditor has investigated this place. After passing by on many occasions, he ventured in one day, and what he found was suspect. After seeing that, why would he enter again, you ask? Well, he probably shouldn't have.
Holy there's something in it. Holy something moving around up there.
Some in the comments think the sound was just rodents.
Holy there's something in it.
Others think it's more likely to be squatters than a ghost, but they still agree it's scary.
Holy there's something in it.
That is pure fear. I honestly don't know what it is, but human, animal, or paranormal, I'd be out of there too. This early 20th century home is a host to a ghost that's just a tad mischievous. Redditor Leon is a ghost says their resident ghost isn't malicious, he just likes to have fun. This is some of the fun we're talking about. The ghost then starts flickering the lights in the next room. While many in the comments say this could be easily faked, others are adamant that it's paranormal, 'cause this is what ghosts do. What would you do if you were living with something like this? I think my first course of action would be to remove all the light bulbs and doors. Something is hiding out in the chicken shed at this old farm. Redditor Abject Pickle 364 was taking video of a car inside the shed when they spotted something alarming. What are we looking at here? The Redditor explains. I see the figure too, and frankly, I would be terrified if I saw this in person. Is this a shadow person? Freddy Krueger? I don't know for sure, but I'd nope right out of there too. Can Gabru, the dog detective, see what we cannot? YouTuber Gabru the Dane shares this footage of the intuitive dog barking at what appears to be nothing. The dog is literally staring up at the same spot near the ceiling, but to the human eye, there's nothing there. What does Gabru see? I think he sees something in the next world, and while we're still alive, we may never be privy to it. As the only visitor at the Museo Casa Carranza in Mexico City, Redditor Perennial Dust expected to be alone, but it seems like someone is here with them. Did you see it? The left mirror panel starts to move slightly. While the Redditor suggests that it could be an unseen air vent causing the vibration, they also can't help but wonder, especially since they felt a rush and a cold chill when they entered the room. Others suggest a nearby train could have caused it, or simply vibrations from the street. I think it could be any one of these things, but I'd prefer it to be a very vain ghost. When things start being thrown around, you know you're dealing with a powerful poltergeist. YouTuber Hu Cuyahoga shares this footage of the paranormal in action. More objects move, and then a figure appears at a distance, watching. The figure doesn't move from its spot, but nearby objects do.
कौन हो? मैं पूछता हूँ कौन हो? उसके पास जाने की कोशिश करता हूँ। ये खड़ा हो गई, चार पे खड़ी हो गई अचानक। उसकी पावर देखो, उसकी पावर देखो, उसकी पावर देखो आप।
It doesn't become any clearer what the figure is or what it wants. All I can tell is it's not happy with the human presence, and this human shouldn't take its discontent lightly. Shortly after their mother passed away, Redditor Glowno19 was working at the supermarket when their sister came to visit them. This is what happened. The Redditor writes that there's a lip on the shelf to stop bottles from slipping off, so how did it jump the guard? Some are saying it's just gravity and a poorly placed bottle, but others think it's their mother. I think it could be their mother too, trying to get their attention. Perhaps she's trying to pour a glass of wine from the beyond. This cat is on high alert for a reason. TikToker Angel26 shares this mysterious footage of a figure moving outside this person's front door. Some in the comments suggest it's a skinwalker or Moonlight Man, who is a villain from Stephen King's novel Gerald's Game, but others are suggesting they should call the police. What do you think this could be? I'm not sure what it is, but I think it's time to move. Is this shiny new house haunted? TikToker Nikki Vienna shares this security footage of some creepy paranormal activity captured on camera. Watch the cupboard to the left.
Ellie, you getting ready to look
The same cupboard opens again after a moment, as does a door on the right. Some in the comments are freaked out, while others think it's staged, since their former apartment was also apparently haunted. Personally, I feel like something could have attached itself to them and moved with them to their new home. But that's just my theory. Is there a ghost around every corner in this abandoned hospital in Romania? Redditor Usual Cellist 1277 shares footage that they and their friends captured in the darkness. Take a look. Here's a closer look at what they saw. A figure is peering around the corner, but is it a ghost? Some in the comments are doubtful. Others think it's the real deal. I too think it might be a ghost. And she's here all right. Inside their haunted fireplace room, YouTube team, The Lone Vigil Paranormal, captures a strange paranormal light anomaly during a live stream. And this is followed by a bizarre sound. The story behind this haunted location is that the original owner's wife passed away here, and they both still haunt the place 100 years on. Could this be more proof of their alleged haunting? Although the strange light and sound are alarming, I think I'd like to see more. So I plan to stay tuned in to what happens next here. While investigating Old Lavaca County Jail in Texas, YouTube team Ghost Seekers TX hears something odd.
Sheriff Dawes, are you on duty today?
Here it is again with the audio enhanced. There's definitely noise there. Whether it's a banging noise or walking, it's hard to tell. But I think it's easy to tell that the former jail still houses phantom inmates. And for that reason, I'm going to stay far away from this place. While filming a horror movie, YouTuber Master Gala captures something unusual on camera. Watch to the left of his right shoulder.
Sabi niya, Master Gala, legit po talaga ang mga vlogs niyo. Legit po talaga.
Here it is again, slower this time.
Legit po talaga ang mga vlogs niyo.
Was that your odd bat letting loose in this haunted home? A moment later, they hear a strange chime twice.
Dasal sa mga ginagawa natin. Ay, sa mga ginagawa natin. Ay.
What is it? I'm not so sure, but my theory is the clock has struck midnight, and the bat we just saw has turned into a vampire. It's now on the hunt, so watch your neck. This phantom librarian loves old books and scaring library patrons. YouTuber Brandon Peterson shares this footage captured inside a haunted library.
This is the
god, something moved. I literally started filming. I'm not lying.
Something moved?
Something made a dinging noise and moved.
Something rang there, but what?
I'm not even joking. No, it was over here. It was like something like right here, but it could have came from that room. It made a noise. I'll have to watch back the footage and see if there was a noise.
There was definitely a noise, but the source is unclear. Here it is again, slowed down.
This is the.
In my opinion, the noise seems too out of place in a library to not be paranormal. Then again, any noise in a library is out of place. CCTV captured ghostly entities in this abandoned building, and YouTube channel Horror Activities shares the footage. The first one is levitating a plastic chair. The next is hovering above the security guard. And she keeps popping up in different and unexpected places. At one point, she throws something down at him. It looks like a shoe. While these ghosts seem to like causing frights, I'm not sure if they're very powerful, although I wouldn't dare test that theory. Redditor Clue44 is wondering if they're going crazy. After dealing with paranormal activity in their home for weeks, they captured this audio one night. Many Redditors agree there's something there. I heard a hard K sound, but can't make out what the voice is saying. Maybe an ominous kill? Any other guesses? That's my only guess for what's being said here. Is this cashier a dark magic witch? Redditor Tuckin shares this incredible clip. Keep your eye on what's going on in the background. The strangest thing is the summoning motion the cashier does right before the scooter mysteriously moves and bumps into the passerby. While most in the comments are joining in on the magic, others are too logical for their own good. Personally, I believe that the cashier summoned it, and if they did, then there's some dark magic going on for sure. Redditor No Struggle 6316 says the area surrounding his old homestead is alive, and here's proof.
What'd you see, Hank?
Many in the comments are seeing people in the trees, or at least people-shaped trees, but is it just pareidolia?
What'd you see, Hank?
Specifically, some are seeing a figure behind his dog at this point in the clip. Do you see it too? I'm with these Redditors who feel truly creeped out by this. There's something out there, and I don't want to know what. YouTube team DNA Paranormal is exploring a haunted care home when this happens.
Knock on the wall. It's dead away.
A short while later, he hears something again.
Nothing. You. Who was that?
And more noises heard a moment later.
You're clearly not impressed with the spirit box.
He asks the spirit to bang away if they want him to leave, and they answer.
So you want me to go then? If you want me to go, bang again. All the time I was down there was no bang. Except from the door.
To me, the message is loud and clear. They're not welcome here. While working front desk security at a hospital, Redditor Under an Empty Sky saw this in person, and it chilled them to the core. Why, you ask? Because no one had been in or out all night, no one was in the lobby, and something just triggered that bathroom light. Others are saying they hear a noise too. Listen closely. The Redditor says it's a motion sensor light, and it really freaked them out because they were listening to a spooky podcast at the time. Many in the comments who work at hospitals agree that they're as haunted as they come. I tend to agree that if any place in the world is haunted, it would be hospitals. And I'd be jumping out of my skin too if I was this security guard. The Aura Shrine has many secrets, and the YouTube team Searchers is here to uncover them. Through a spirit box, the demons here turn the tables and question the living.
You like Satan?
What? Do you like Satan? Yeah.
Why would you say that?
That's a creepy enough standalone question, but it becomes even more unsettling after this follow-up.
Why do you want to know?
Never heard it say that.
Why do you want to know if we like
He
Satan?
has his eye on you.
Oh.
Who's he got his eye on? That's what I want to know.
I've never heard that thing say that. Ever.
Satan appears to have his eye on the team at the Aura Shrine. That leaves me with one question. How do you blind Satan? Sam is home alone, or is he? YouTuber Curious Chills, who I assume is like me but more curious, shares footage of paranormal activity unfolding in this resident's home.
Okay, so I've been hearing noises again. I don't know what the is going on. I'm gonna turn some lights on because people tell me I need to do that. I'm going to.
After turning all the lights on in the house, this happens.
No, it's just. What the
Did someone just step inside? It seems like it to me, and that's making me question everything. I think it's best to get out while he still can. Did this camera just capture a poltergeist in the act? YouTuber Puma shares footage of an incident that had them on edge. The thing you're hearing fall over is a mop. We don't see it fall, so it may be leaning precariously. Maybe it just happened of its own accord? It's possible, but I think this poltergeist is the one mopping up. The Indian Health Service Hospital in Nevada has been around since the early 20th century. It served the surrounding Native American tribes, but due to their distance from the hospital, many tribal members would pass away by the time they reached it. YouTuber Quentin Blue Horse captured this event at 2 a.m. in the basement, where bodies were kept for storage. Watch closely. Did you see the shadow pass by? Look again. After the shadow passes by, you can hear a door close. Is this the ghost of a tribal member whose life ended here? I think it may be. And if that's the case, we may never know why he's deciding to stay here. This orb, captured on a Ring camera, is keeping YouTuber Green Whale up at night. The orb alone is strange enough, but then this bizarre noise is recorded. And as the orb moves off camera, the sound disappears. If there are any Ring users out there, is there an explanation for this? I thought the orb could be just a bug or spiderweb at first, but the noise seems to coincide with that. An odd coincidence maybe? But I don't believe in coincidences. This spirit just wants one last bubble bath. YouTuber Paranormal Activity shares this video of mysterious ghost antics captured on camera. A man returns home to find his bathtub water running, candles lit, and bubbles foaming.
This is what I come home to. Which would be cool.
Sure, maybe the dog did it, or maybe things are about to get a whole lot scarier.
Digi, did you run the dog? Or are you gonna take it? What the
No, I don't believe this canine is capable of all of this. But I do think this is a scary video I almost can't show you. What happens when a ghost gate crashes your private screening? Redditor Bambino Quarantino shares this photo evidence of an uninvited guest at Platinum Theaters in California. The Redditor explains that each employee was allowed a private screening with their friends and families before the theater was shut down for remodeling. That's where their pal snapped this shot. But this phantom wasn't invited. Is it just another film lover who just so happens to be a spirit? I think it might be, and that is making me feel some type of way. This doll wants to give you insomnia. TikToker Watchman1914 shares footage of what appears to be a possessed doll. First its head moves, and then it drops something on this sleeping man. And when that doesn't work, something else is dropped. At last, this gets the man's attention, but what now? I can only imagine what will happen next, and it can't be good. While exploring a haunted hospital, YouTube team Paranormal Voyages is stalked by a ghost. They're walking through the back of the hospital to meet their guides when they hear something.
Whoa.
Is that them?
Is that you guys?
Marco! Is that you guys?
They said the sound was someone opening a tarp covering the hallway behind them.
Whoa.
When they find their guides, they explain what happened.
You guys were over there though.
No.
I just heard a bunch of stuff moving back there.
Was this an entity unknown? A ghost stalking them? I think it may have been, and now they have legitimate proof. This footage, this ghost knows when bin day is. YouTubers Martin Bex share this freaky footage of a phantom pushing their bin to the corner. Is this ghost just trying to be helpful? Most in the comments think it's just the wind. But I think it's paranormal evidence that's leaving experts stunned. I believe certain spirits can't cross over because they haven't worked through their trauma. This seems to be one of them. The YouTube team, the American Ghost Project, shares this footage of an EVP that tells us everything.
It's hard for me to catch my breath.
The spirit says he hurt me, but we don't know who he is or how he hurt him. All we know is that the spirit was hurt, and all we can do at this point is to listen and hope it helps him break free and cross over. This poltergeist knows how to end an argument. YouTuber Chand Ali Jat Official shares footage of a poltergeist throwing a tantrum. After looking inside, one of the crew feels something run at him. What exactly confronted this man? I don't know for sure, but I theorize it is something of the paranormal variety. Whatever it is though, I think it's something viewers can't believe. I've got a challenge for you. Since you've made it this far, why not like this video and hit subscribe in the next 5 seconds? Because I upload 4 new scary videos every week. If you're curious about what I look like in real life, then go to my Instagram at DylanIsChillinYT and tap that follow button to find out. This CCTV captured an unknown object traveling at the speed of light. A YouTube channel named Online Guitar Free Classes shares the footage that has me believing in time travel. The cat speed shows that this footage has been slowed down, which means whatever the light beam is traveling unbelievably fast. And it looks to me like it's flying through the air, so that rules out motor vehicles. What do you think this is? I think we're witnessing a time machine in the round.